The mechanic wiped the sweat off his wrinkled forehead as he stared at the massive private jet under the hangar lights. It was 3 a.m., and everyone else had left hours ago. But not him. For the past 2 days and nights, he had been working tirelessly to get the billionaire's jet ready before sunrise. The owner had an important international meeting, and one look at his worried eyes when he dropped off the plane made the mechanic's heart ache. He didn't see a billionaire, he saw a man who desperately needed help. The mechanic, Mr. Harris, was 62, with rough hands and a heart too big for his own good. His wife had passed years ago, and his son lived far away. All he had left was his little workshop at the edge of the airport and the pride of knowing he was still useful. Through the long night, he worked alone, drinking black coffee and muttering prayers that the engine would come alive. At one point, his hands shook from exhaustion, and he almost collapsed, but he kept going. The dawn broke as he tightened the final bolt, and the jet hummed beautifully. The owner arrived just before sunrise, surprised to see the mechanic still there. His eyes widened when he saw the gleaming jet ready to fly. Harris only smiled weakly and said, "She's all yours now, safe skies." Then he walked away, too tired to even wait for thanks. The next morning, news broke that the billionaire had made it to his meeting in time to secure a deal that saved thousands of jobs in his company. But there was a heartbreaking detail. The mechanic, who had left the hangar the previous morning, was found slumped in his tiny workshop, gone in his sleep. Later that week, at the mechanic's funeral, the billionaire stood before everyone, tears streaming down his face, and announced that he was renaming the company's Fleet and Scholarship Fund after Mr. Harris, the man whose hands, determination, and quiet sacrifice had touched more lives than anyone would ever know. The hangar echoed with silence as the billionaire placed a single wrench on the mechanic's casket, whispering, "You fixed more than just a plane. You fixed my faith in humanity." Here is the shorter, emotionally stronger, and more impactful version. At 3 a.m., Mr. Harris, an aging mechanic, worked alone on a billionaire's private jet, knowing the owner's future depended on it. With aching hands and no rest, he labored through the night until dawn. When the owner arrived, stunned to see the jet ready, Harris simply smiled and walked away. The next morning, the billionaire made the deal that saved his company, but Harris was found lifeless in his workshop, having given everything he had. At the funeral, the billionaire, sobbing, renamed his fleet and a scholarship fund in Harris's honor, placing a wrench on his casket. "You fixed more than a plane," he whispered. "You fixed me."